Hey everyone, Piano Man Chuck here, back again with the Nord Piano 3. Now this is one awesome instrument, and it's because of all these knobs and buttons. And the irony is, I keep hearing people say, yeah, those Nords, they sound great, but too complicated for me. Just too many knobs and buttons. Well, the thing is, it's those knobs and buttons that actually make it easy. So I'm going to show you how to conquer these knobs and buttons so it doesn't seem like you're in the cockpit of an airplane trying to figure out what's what. Basically, when you're with a traditional style keyboard, you've got basically a menu system. So you menu over to an effects section, or you menu over to a delay section, or an amp or a compressor section, or a reverb section. And reverb, how many people have had problems getting the actual reverb that they want from a menu driven system? It's so easy over here. Here, I'm playing something. It's kind of dry. I want to add reverb, so I'm just going to turn reverb on and adjust the amount of reverb that I want. How long did that take? You can't even get to the reverb section of a menu-driven section in less time than I just took to adjust the reverb. Okay, so, and as far as the adjustments on the reverb, I can go hall, stage, or room. So if I'm in the hall, I can adjust the reverb here. Go to room, dry, right? All right, and let's go over to stage. It's so easy, and it only takes a fraction of a second to turn the reverb section on and to go ahead and just adjust the reverb. It's so easy. So basically there's 9 sections or panels on the NP3, and the first 3 are just dealing with, well, the first one is a control panel, and the next 2 are your instrument panels. The second one being your piano panel, where you get to choose the type of piano you want, and the third one, the sample synth panel, where you get to choose what type of sample or synth that you want. So basically, those are the equivalent of a traditional system where you go to a menu and choose those different types of things. The next 6 panels or sections over here are effects, and they're labeled effects 1, effects 2, delay, equalizer, amps and compressors, and reverb. And I just went through the reverb section. So these 6 effects panels or sections here are the equivalent of going on a traditional system and getting to that same menu choice for effects 1, effects 2, delay, and so on and so forth. Once you're in that menu, you're going to find that the choices underneath that menu are the same as what you have over here. So when you're dealing with effects 1 over here, and we'll turn it on, and I can adjust the pan 1, pan 2, tremolo 1, tremolo 2, wah, or room. This is the pan. And let's go to tremolo. Now we're in wah. See how easy that is to adjust? And that's pretty cool right there. Anyway, if I go over to the second section and turn that on, here's some, well, let's turn the first one off. Chorus 1. course, too. Vibe. Pretty cool. That's probably more like it. Phaser 1. I'm adjusting all of these in real time. So anyway, you get the idea, and there underneath each one of these sections, the very bottom button can turn this section on or off. Okay, so basically, if I want EQ, I turn it on. I want a little bit more bass. I want a little bit more mid, more treble. Okay, and it's actually a sweepable mid-range over here, by the way. So anyway, basically, turn the effects section on or off. And with Nord, anything that's written below the button is gotten to with the shift key. So basically, on all of these, with the exception of reverb, I can choose the source, whether I want to adjust the piano section or the synth section. So if I hold down, well, let's turn on the effects 1. Okay. Now if I hold shift, I can choose between piano and synth. So am I adjusting piano or am I adjusting synth? Same thing over here with the effects 2 section, the delay section, the equalizer section, the amp and compressor section, and the reverb section. The reverb section is the only one where you don't get to choose between the piano and the synth categories. It basically, reverb applies to the entire output, whether it's piano or synth or both. So it's real easy. Turn the effects section on, pick whether you're adjusting piano or synth, make your adjustments, and that's it. You can't get much easier than that. So let me turn everything off right here right now. So this is basically flat. All right. Somebody tells me I want to add a little bit more bass, so I'm going to turn on the EQ section in real time. I don't even have to take my eyes off of this. I can adjust it. So this is perfect for those that are visually impaired, and I do recommend this for those that are visually impaired. And to go ahead for a real life sample of what it's like for a visually impaired person to play one of these, look no further than Rachel Flowers. Google her. She's really interesting. She comes to NAMM every year and plays. She's blind, and she was Keith Emerson's good friend as well. So she's playing the Nords, and while she doesn't see, she makes these real-time adjustments because each one of these knobs and buttons are dedicated. All right. So that's too much bass. A little more treble. A little more mid. All right, let's turn that off altogether. And I do like to have my reverb. Maybe a little less. Maybe a little more. And I'm not going to get into the amps or compressors or the effects 1 or effects 2. I've briefly touched on that. Let's go into delay. And again, we can choose between piano and synth. We've got a tap tempo delay, but basically let's... it can't get much easier than that. So hopefully this has cleared up some of the confusion between menu-driven systems and how easy it is to get to something where you have dedicated knobs and buttons for every single function. And you just saw me do this in real time, folks. It takes a split second to make any kind of adjustment. It's so easy. Hope this has helped you out. Piano Man Chuck, peace out. Thanks for watching.